I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
It's Friday, guys. We ain't got no job. We ain't got shit to do. So welcome to Everything Is Podcast. You could be anywhere in the world, but I'm glad that you're here with us. Oh fuck. You know what? It's Friday, so I'm allowed to mulligan, right? Let me go live on YouTube real quick, but because I just did a Twitch, I just did a Twitch, you know. But welcome to Everything Is Podcast. I am your host, Chitty Bang, and today we got my tag team partner right over here, Chris the Most High, joined Rumble. I told him himself. How you feeling, brother? How was the concert?
Hey, hey, what's happening, man? Hey, the concert was good. Shout out to the homie Spitter, Jet Life to the next life. You know what I'm saying? I got my motherfucking shoe signed finally.
Oh shit, we are live.
I got
What the fuck? Go ahead.
I got my shoe signed right here by Spitter, Jet Life. You know what I'm saying?
Jet
And
life.
hold on, before I get out, but hold on, this is unprompted for all the lifers out there who got the vinyl pack. Got the vinyl pack, right? Got the vinyl pack, and he signed the vinyl
Fire.
casing. Cause
Fire.
you
Did you
know what I'm
bring that there or
saying.
did you get it there?
I brought it. I brought it.
Okay, you
I
had it.
brought it.
Okay, that's what's
So
up.
I had the vinyls. Yeah, I had the vinyls. Pilot. This was the wife got that for me 2 anniversaries ago. So the anniversary before last, she got me the Pilot Talk collection. So it was 4 albums, 4 vinyls. Pilot Talk 1, 2, 3, and 4. And she got the vinyls for me. And then this year she got me the meet and greet with the homie. So went and
Fire.
saw Currency last night. Got my signed shoe, got my signed box, took a photo with the homie. He poured me some Moet in a cup. I
Yeah.
felt like a little groupie because I was a little happy. He poured me some drink. I had to leave after that, nigga. I had to get that hoe up off me.
Get that hoe up on me. I'm a man.
I had to get that hoe. I was giddy as
I
a
got.
motherfucker. I had to get that hoe up off me. Cuz.
Nah, that's what's
But
up, man. Listen. Shout out to Ivy hooking you up, man. Love it. She takes really good care of you, man. You know, she takes really good care of you.
yeah, so I had to leave the concert early. I left the concert early. I left right after the meet and greet. I left the concert early and I went to Pandora. And you know what I'm saying? Because I was full, honestly. I remember that's my but West Side Gun. Y'all see the album right there, that's signed too. Fly Got,
Mm,
West Side Gun, Wale, Wiz, Currency,
fire.
Smoke Dizza. Like that's my top 5 right there as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Got throw Larry June in there, you know what I'm saying? But that's my top 5. I met them all, I think. Realistic. I
You
met
met
them
Wale
all.
at Walla.
Yep, met Wale at Wale Mania. You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? Met Wale at Wale Mania in New Orleans, matter of fact. And he
Okay.
signed my Intercontinental Asics that he
That's
had.
fire.
So Wale signed the shoe. So I met Wale. Smoke Dizza signed my $1 million belt that's over there. Smoke Dizza signed that. So I got signatures from all my except for Wiz. I gotta get
One
Wiz to
day
like
you're
sign
gonna
a
get
joint
him.
or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sign the joint. That'd be crazy.
On me.
Can't smoke it after that though. Like, come on.
On my mama, cuz that shit go mold my
Y'all put it in a case. Nah. But yeah, we're here on Fridays, and we're gonna try to just have some fun tonight. We got a couple, I'm not gonna, a couple lighthearted topics, nothing too crazy. I know
Is it
yesterday.
lighthearted what we talk about?
No, but you know
Cause
what? You know what it
no.
is. You know what it is. Compared to what I did yesterday, like I'm not trying to take everybody to class today. I'm just trying to just
Well,
chill.
let me go. Let me as everybody who tapped in and saw my brother run his Dax Harwood one-on-one match. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you what when I watched the Lebertar show. They had my homie Juju Gotti. Shout out to Juju Gotti. Dan at the end of the show every day, he says, "What did we miss?" or "How'd you like the show?" or "How was it analyzed on social media?" So I'm going to do that as I come back. What did I miss? What did I see? First and foremost, I want to say, boy, you look good by yourself there. Boy, I
Oh,
want to
really?
tell you, you look good by yourself. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
You
thought you
know
were gonna
what I'm
say
saying?
something bad.
The single shot with the video down at the any critique, yo, we TDE fam. Anything we gotta say to each other off camera. We
I like
we
that.
we bring we bring no beef to the pot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
Nah.
the videos that you brought and you minimized it, you still was the large portion of it instead of make yourself the little portion. I like that. The topics that you talked about, I think was very poignant. We're talking about Tim Parrish, and I want to say first and foremost, once a Marine, almost Marine. You know what I'm saying? So I know, you know, but Marines do some fucked up shit, so I had to leave. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So Tim Paris being on TV talking about my mama worked 3 jobs, and when she liked something, she just left and went somewhere else. Okay, Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris. My husband got 2 jobs. Like it's not like your mama did whenever. Your mama sound like me. Nigga, I quit. I quit
Yeah.
like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Once the job pissed me off, I'm like, I ain't going back here no more. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
what I will say to that point or to that topic and to put a bow on it, that was very ignorant for him to say, if you don't like it, build it. But to what he was saying, it is a possibility for you to create something. Every day we're seeing something in America in the space of ingenuity and of innovativeness of people making their own way for themselves. They don't like the status quo. They don't you got Kevin Hart talked about it. It was like, yo, you want to say you want to see why I Show Speed and everybody make so much money and got and take away Hollywood because our budget is 28 million. His fucking budget is 2,500. He just got to pay for a stream pack, make sure he got some internet, and he off to the races to create content for himself. And ISO Speed is right now one of the highest generating um, um,
Entertainment energies, really.
entertainment. Exactly. You know what I mean? Off of
Hmm.
streaming. So in that aspect, like you don't have to be a movie star. You don't have to go to acting school. You don't have to pick up and go to Hollywood. You don't have to go to auditions. You don't have to sweat yourself out and try to beat out 1,500 people to get a spot to then shine to then get more. Like you can stream or get online access or what, and that's just entertainment. Like we're not talking about so many entrepreneurial spirits right now that are making coffee cups, making clay pottery, making clothing. Like there are so many entrepreneurial avenues out here. For to his point, if you don't like your job, you can stay there or you can leave and find another avenue for yourself to make it. So I know in the grand scheme of what he was talking about was like go make your own Starbucks. And to your point, now we're talking about cluster bombing. That's the real issue or the real crux of the conversation that you had. I think now one of the biggest things is this is a call to action for all of these people in the community. I can't blame Starbucks for putting a Starbucks everywhere when everybody's raving about Starbucks. I don't know how many people did free advertisement on Instagram, on Snapchat, on TikTok, on Twitter saying, I'm getting my Fenty, whatever the fuck they getting, and they advertise, I'm going to Starbucks. So Starbucks is like, huh? And again, they have all our data, so they can see where
They
you,
don't got your
they
name
can
because they can't
ping.
write. They can't get it right on the
But
cup.
they can ping where you at as far as where that traction is coming from and be like, oh, we can put a Starbucks here. We can put a Starbucks here. We can put a Starbucks here. So it is within us to, at the same time, we say it all the time. Our money impacts whatever these corporations do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Niggas complain about Air Force Ones being $130 and we're still buying them. No, bitch, don't buy Air Force Ones to knock it down back to 70. Don't tell them you mad about the price point and then buy it at the price point and then get mad that the price point is what it is. That's not how business works. You know what I'm saying? So like I think there is a call to action between both parties because corporation is not going to stop doing what you're talking about. Corporation is not going to stop cluster bomb. What we can do is we can attack the lobbyists. We can go to our city council meetings. We can say no, and even then, we see it right now. We had a topic that we was going to bring up today that we're going to take a little step back, but just pay attention to flocking cameras. If you don't know what flocking cameras is,
Look at it.
go to Walmart. You see the little square Wi-Fi router thing that they got on the light? That's a camera, cuz. That camera tracks your license plate and then sends it off, tracks you. It now with flock cameras on every other block, it tracks your location, it tracks your habit, it tracks where you going, how you going, where you
Now that you
coming
brought
from.
it up, we should get into that in our third segment. How about that? Just a little bit. I think
Okay.
that it's on your heart. I think it's something that it's worth talking about. But
Well, I'm saying that because what I was getting to is that unfortunately, even though we have an issue with stuff like this, Starbucks or flocking cameras, and they say our vote matters, in the video I have it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that I don't really know where we can go at this point other than revoting. Like we've said that word so many times because you got an officer in a video that I showed you. When the vote happened about we're going to continue to do this in our city, she turned in her badge. Can't do it. I can't. That's a moral thing that I don't support. I don't like it. I don't
I
want it. I don't
respect
want it
that.
done to me, and I don't want it to do it to my constituents that I serve. You got officers turn now. That's a good officer though. That's a good officer off the force now. Like it's a trickle down effect now. So those who go with the get along is going to be the one that enforce the laws, and that is unfortunate right now.
Yeah, you speak a lot of truth right now. I would say this to the show that I did yesterday. We said we want to come in and enlighten and inform people. So to the best of my ability, I did real time research and just gave it to the folks. And that's what I want to do here every now and then. Real time research. Listen, I'm not no genius. I'm learning just as much as I'm teaching and trying to enlighten people. That's what this platform is for me, as well as a platform to have some insightful conversation with my brother. That's not what today is about, though. You know, today we're just gonna have some fun, and have yeah, not as heavy as topics. I could get, it could get when we start talking about revolt and all this stuff, it can get kind of scary or a little tense. Even with the whole Tim Paris conversation, I think that
Let's not talk about antenna virus or whatever they want to call it, the antenna virus, whatever
yeah,
the fuck it's
man,
called. You
yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
So that it can get really crazy, when you start. But today, let's kick it off with a scandal. Let's kick it off with.
Olivia Pope, where you at, girl? Where,
Yeah, I think.
where
Hey,
you,
listen,
where you at?
listen, man. Before we started this pod on Monday, like for the past 2, 3 weeks, Chris has been sending me clips off of
Month,
one
month,
situation for a
month,
month.
month.
Every couple of days, a new piece of information on Miss Diana Russini and Mike Vrable. If you guys don't know who they are, Diana Russini is a national reporter for
Former,
what
former,
former
former,
national reporter
former
for
national
the
reporter for the
Athletic.
Athletic.
She covered the NFL. Mike Vrabel is a head coach. Used to coach the Tennessee Titans. Now he's a coach of the New England Patriots. Right now, it turns out that a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month even ago, they were caught in a hotel together at the pool together by a private investigator, and that caused them to question the journalistic integrity of her field. Also, the coach fraternizing with a journalist, um, I guess, can put a stain on the organization and cause a distraction. And the last thing the NFL wants are a distraction. The last thing your NFL team wants is a distraction. They don't want people at the stands chanting, "Where is Diana? Where is at the games and shit." They don't want to get asked questions at the podium about, the scandal. It can be a problem. So yeah, Chris, you get your wish today. We are going to dive into the Diana Russini Mike Vrable scandal.
Well, I will say this too. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. You can share the screen and I had a video. But what I would, because I'll speak in my box. What I would say is that with this, it wasn't only necessarily like the fraternization of it or everything like that, because a lot of people made arguments for it, like, hey, that fraternization within um, this atmosphere is normal. Like, guys go out for beers, guys sit down, talk off record, whatever the case may be. What was really, to your point about the PI, it wasn't until a couple weeks after the first pictures were put, the same pictures that we were talking about. This was just like, the TMZ, da, 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 da. And we thought it was like some paid six, somebody misinterpreting what, and that was what you was holding off on. You're like, man, this shit ain't nothing, man. Like, we don't know what the fuck those pictures was. Like,
Yeah.
until their point, their first defense against this was like, other people were at the pool too. You guys don't know why. Where are those pictures at? We're like, well, no, you show us.
Yeah.
Usually, when a group of people get together, we take a couple selfies. Hey, you mind taking a group pic? We usually So when we started to peel back the layers, that not only the hotel that they found, bro, this is one of the most romantic hotels in the country. It's $2,400 a night. Its fucking advertisement on the website is where the most engagements happen. Like, this is one of those resorts for lovers. So it wasn't like it was called,
and it feels so good.
It wasn't like these niggas was at the DoubleTree. It wasn't like these niggas was at the. It wasn't like these niggas was at the Hyatt, at the pool, at the It wasn't like they was even at the team's hotel where
Yeah,
she
they were
just
2 hours
came.
away.
Bro,
They were 2
2
hours away
hours away from the
they had
coaches
to
meeting.
fly into, I forget what city it was, but they had
Scottsdale, I
the
believe.
coaches
Yeah,
meeting
flying
or the
to
owners meeting.
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay, they had an owners meeting, and everybody flies in March.
It was the coaches meeting.
Coaches
It was the
meeting.
coaches meeting. It was the coaches meeting. The
Okay.
coaches flew down there. So that was his
But
excuse from his
the
wife.
coaches meeting,
And
the
then
coaches
her
from all the
excuse for
NFL,
her husband was that I gotta go cover it. So them niggas had the perfect getaway. Cause that's what we forget to tell you niggas. They both married. They both married. They both married. Now cheating happens. Okay, we not finna be that show. Not finna have this moral compass. Cheating happens, and a lot of people make jokes. Don't let your husband or wife stop you from finding your true love. That is something that is said all the time. And the way these niggas was moving around, it's like them niggas was being held back. Them niggas could not get enough of each other, because not only was those pictures in Arizona then circulated, like you said, every week I've been sending you something. Shit, within 2 weeks, they have photos dating back to 2020 during the pandemic. Kissing.
What?
6 months after she was married. 9 months before she gave, or 10 months before she gave birth.
Wow.
This shit was ridiculous. So this was the latest thing that we found out right now. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see the pictures. I didn't see the pictures at all. No, I didn't see the pictures. No, I saw the pictures of them holding hands. I saw them sitting at the pool, talking.
No,
that's what I saw. And I want to be clear real quick. It's not like I didn't think they're possible for a scam. It's just like people fuck. People cheat. I'm like, what is the story here? But that's before we found out all this, and there was no confirmation of it, mind you. So I didn't want to I don't like jumping out the window without confirmation. I really don't like.
The 2020 pictures was and that's why he stopped. That's why he didn't go to the draft.
Yeah,
Those were the pictures
he did, but day three,
those
he was
were
like,
the
all right.
pictures. Yeah, those were the pictures that made him recant everything, and that's when everybody was like, "Oh, we gotta recant everything we said about them being friends." And like it was a lot of it was a lot of
He seems so
the
guilty at the
great
podium. He's like,
the
yeah,
great Daryl
I gotta
Green
go
is one
get
of the
help.
greatest quarterbacks of all time. His back pedal was elite. It wasn't like the rest of the media. But them back pedals was great. The hip turn, nigga. Them niggas was getting.
Gotta get your head around. Gotta get your head around.
Oh my lord.
Gotta get your head around.
Them niggas was getting boomed.
They boomed it on him for real, dog.
So
But
now this video
man,
is the latest. This
yeah,
video
get to the
is
video.
the latest, the latest indictment on them. And this is one that I
This is
find.
getting
I know
salacious.
this is one I find pretty disgusting because this was her on a love boat, as they said, with Diana
Who's
being
watching these
7
guys
months.
for fucking 5, 6 years? Who's watching these guys? Go ahead.
Mikey, Diana, pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! Somebody had it on a snap. Somebody had it on a snap, man. Vrable in the cut, Coach Vrable in the cut, brother,
Wow.
brother,
Now,
brother.
now is it true that they bought this boat together?
No, so I don't know if they bought the boat together. I can I can go ahead and
Yeah, research
look
that.
at that and see
But
that.
that's what I think I saw, like somebody they bought a boat or something like that. But this is what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, this was 6 years ago. This was the pregnancy of her first child. Yep.
So she's pregnant with her first child, but she's on a boat with Vrable. And what is her first child's name?
Mikey, Michael.
Oh God. Uh,
You want to know what
that
her
gotta
husband's
hurt.
name is? Her husband's name is Kevin. Yo, yo, yo.
I feel bad for Kevin, man.
Hold on, what Mace doing that? What Mace doing that gift? Wipe his nose. Wipe his nose.
Oh shit.
You gotta wipe that nigga nose.
I feel bad. I'm not gonna front. Like, I feel bad for the guy, man.
Oh,
Damn.
oh,
But it's not only that. Like, I mean, we have. Let me bring it up. Let me share it, because fucking why not? We're having fun, right? And this is what I would have talked about if we were to go live before, because essentially I think this is disgusting. So this is what she's been doing for years. All right, no, this is it right here.
You're frozen on my end. I can't see you on the show.
I'm frozen?
Am I frozen? Is that me?
Yeah, you're frozen. I
Okay,
don't know
there
what
we
you're
go.
moving.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh yeah,
But this is
I
where,
am frozen.
yeah. But this is where I find it. You do what you gotta do. I'll be here. Or maybe I should. Yeah, you choppy dog. Let me say something. Nah, I like the way it looks.
I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about them. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
You know who lets me know my marriage is falling apart? My mom.
No, I did things in Miami I haven't even told my husband because it's just I had that much fun. It was well, not like that, but like I knew he would he would judge the kind of partying I was doing. I don't know what got into me. I just remember being down there acting like it was my last day on earth.
It's for 12 days. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat. My family's going to hate me. My husband's going to threaten divorce. But we've signed up for this, and we're getting divorced at the end of the year. We've never been more disconnected in our lives. Our text messages look like two robots.
Love you. Any of that? Love you. Love you too.
No, not even an emoji.
And so the night before my wedding, I remember Jimmy was great. He made like a funny joke like, hey, it's night before your wedding. You sure you want to do this? And I'm thinking like, of all the people in my life that I'm going to talk to the night before my wedding, the one guy my dad wanted me to, or my mom wanted me to marry was Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like even if like you are cheating on your husband, even if you're in love with somebody else and you're in a marriage, like the to me, that level of public shame is not necessary. And I've peeped this previously before the scandal. Like, did I ever see his? Oh, here he's by himself. Let me go solo. I peeped this previously to the scandal that like it seemed like Diana Russini's just not happy, like with her home life, with some of the things she would say. Like she would go on Dan Le Batard's show, and I would see clips of her talking there. She'll talk about a story here and there, and then Dan Le was very casual. It seems like they're good friends, and they'll talk about her life, and she'll always have a funny story. Sometimes nothing to do with her husband. Well, other times she would make jabs like at him. It's like he was like a running punchline, and I can't imagine that Kevin is okay with that. I mean, unless they have some kind of arrangement where they are like separated or something. And for all we know, they could have been separated. For all we know, this Vrable thing is blowing up now, but they've been split up since last year. We don't know. Like she's talking about divorce in multiple of those clips I just showed you. That's not something you just throw around casually like a joke. To me, definitely not multiple times. So I don't know, man. I think Diana needs to just take some like accountability with the situation, and I'm sure she's going through right now, and as Vrabel's probably going through it as well. But it just doesn't look good. Even if you're not happy in a relationship, this is not the way to go about it and humiliate the person.
Yeah, man. I think, damn, I'm still choppy in this hoe.
So choppy in his hoe. Hey, chop, stop. Chop, stop.
No, I think to your point about Diana taking accountability, yeah, man, like just straight up, like like you say, we grown. It was consenting. I'm not being forced to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got caught. Like it's not even so much. It's not even. I'm looking for a water.
But it sounds like because when their first statements, they came out quickly and denied it, right? And Vrabel seemed, oh my God, this is laughable. Da, 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 da. Diana Russini, oh man, like you kind of almost could read through the lines, but the lines like, oh shit, they're caught.
How dare you question that a woman be like it's inappropriate? And I'm like, bro. One of the things that people were saying is that they believe that when she got caught earlier in a relationship, it was a one-time thing, and the husband was like, "Cut it off, or we done" type thing. And from what they're saying is that it wasn't cut off, and so the husband right now is on a revenge tour to kind of like make it hurt. Because he ain't no
the private investigator you said was not there for Diana, right?
the private from the stories that I heard from Pablo Torre, because Pablo Torre finds out Pulitzer Prize winning podcast host. He did some investigative journalism, and he said that the private investigator was not there for Diana. The private investigator was there for Vrable. And there has not been, for me, any kind of reasons to why that would be.
Yeah, because you would
and
assume
if it is the wife, that now, because this kind of does sound like a wife move. This kind of sounds like a wife move that hired a private investigator, and now she's.
You're right too. That too. But I was thinking because I thought the husband, like, yo, I'm gonna catch you, then I'm gonna leak it. Because if you're saying he wanted to like make it hurt, you know, he wanted to make it like visible, like show the world who you are and all that stuff, type of shit. And he knew there are, you know, you're cheating on him for a second time, and you're not stopping. He wanted proof, and he wanted to then once he got the proof, he's like, boom, let's throw it out there.
That's true.
But
I'm not gonna hold you. If mom is in son's ear saying that baby don't look like you.
Oh my!
Mom, get out of here! I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that. That's my wife like that. Yeah, she would never do nothing like that to me.
No, there's a 6-year-old boy that's, you know, just a kid right now, right? Has no idea this is going on, and I feel bad that, you know, he's probably gonna get jokes that like, yo, your dad Vrable was, you know, like you don't even know your dad type shit, you know, and I feel bad that, you know, there is even a question because his name is Mike. You know, like it's messy, man. That's crazy.
Mike Andrew. Mike Andrew is the baby's name. And so Russini's 43, Mike's 50. So like if we're talking about it right now, Mike has a chance not 43? To. Yeah, that's what I thought the report said.
I thought she was older. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm like, I'm not too young. I'm not too far off from this woman. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Yeah. I just always thought she was like a lot older than me. Like,
you can throw the rod out there. She might catch it.
I'm good.
She clearly active, my nigga.
Clearly. She's talking about Jimmy Garoppolo like she wanted to marry the nigga. Like, wow. Like
she did. She did in that same interview. That interview beforehand. Before that clip that made in that interview, she's like, yeah, Jimmy. So I'm like, what we on? And you know Jimmy, what's Jimmy's name? Porn star Jimmy. Nigga, I know Jimmy took her ass to it.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit.
Bro, if she fucking a nigga while she married, can you imagine what she was doing while she was engaged?
Can you imagine what she's gonna be doing this rest of the year? Unless maybe she's really with Brittany.
Jen told Mike, her and me. And you already saw Mike said, going to counseling with my family. I gotta get some things
right. You look so fucking guilty, bro. And like, listen to me. Like, I have a little bit of cathartic joy from this because he came to visit the Jets 2 years ago to be the head coach, right? And he used us as leverage to get to the Patriots. You know, granted, you know, he played for Patriots, whatever. I'm a Jets fan, so I'm like, all right, fuck you, go be with your team. But if we hire that guy And everybody, all the Jets fans, oh, we wanted Vrable, we got Aaron Glenn. They were hating on. We wanted to, Vrable. If not Vrable, we should have got an offensive coach. They just, so from start, Aaron Glenn had an uphill battle with the fan base. And there's some, don't get me wrong, that really were supporting him because he is a former Jet. But a lot of the fan base was like, we didn't want a Vrable, right? Just imagine if we did get Vrable right now, though. Like the Jets media sphere is always, they take the smallest things and blow it up to like the umpteenth degree. And the reason why it's like coming out in like spurts here and there, I feel like, and it's not like people were talking about it consistently throughout the entire week. It's not on First Take every week. It's not on fucking Get Up every week. It's because it's not the fucking Jets. If it was the Jets, I swear to you, bro, it's on every platform because it's New York. New York media is different, bro. And I a little bit get a cathartic joy from this because I love anything that brings chaos to the Patriots and making them look stupid. Because we always are the ones in the NFC East that's looked at as the flunkies, that can't get right, the bad organization. And for once, it's good to be like, yo, we're doing things okay. We're just having our draft. We got our good players. We had a good draft. And there's no other news. For once, it's the Patriots.
I'm looking up right now divorce laws in New England, and this
my
is a
God.
no fault. Divorce laws in New England vary by state, but generally allow no fault divorces based on irretrievable breakdown of a marriage. And
That
grounds
would.
of a no fault or a no fault based marriage includes adultery. This shit can be done in 120 days, but you had to live in New England 1 year prior to filing. So depending on if she was in the cheating probably started in Tennessee, right? Let's just put it in context. 2018 cheating starts. Both parties,
God
both
damn. It's been a minute.
expert and both married people said, cut the shit off now. Okay, sorry. Just okay. Side puts. I'm sorry. The pandemic happens. We ain't supposed to see nobody. We ain't supposed to be outside. We ain't supposed to do nothing. Y'all caught outside during the demic? Not only hold hands but kissing? Now, what if one of y'all motherfuckers had COVID and spread that shit, came back like, nigga, like we not even, like we not even talking about. So now you talking about 2018 and start, 2020 during the pandemic, y'all risking health and wellness, not only to yourself but to your family, right? And then now, Vrabel gets fired in Tennessee, and whatever the case may be, they in limbo. I bet he was around there depressed as hell.
She talked him through the firing, probably. You don't call your wife when that happens because she's just going to make you feel worse.
I know Diana made that nigga feel like a king during that process. Yeah. So when he got to New England, he was like, bet.
Yeah.
Yo.
But man, that's
But yeah.
crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers all involved, man. Like, I hope he gets fired though again. Not because I don't like the guy, not that, but because I do like the guy because he's a good coach and he's sorry you're a Patriot. You know, I need y'all to be in complete chaos. That rebuild needs to be reversed.
Somebody said that he gonna be in Ohio State in 2 years. I'm like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that works.
yeah. I heard that too. Ohio State, man, they can deal with a scandal. No problem.
So she don't get like half of his money or nothing like that. She what can happen is that uh, damn, you gonna have to pay alimony. Um, the assets will be divvied up, but it don't have to be equally. So he and we might be fucked. In most cases, unless there's a
Well,
prenup with a cheating clause or clear evidence of wasted joint funds, The assets will still be divided based on fairness, length of marriage, and each spouse's needs rather than the act of cheating alone. They've been married since '99. I'm
Whoa.
pretty sure Jen ain't worked in a long time since Vrable was a player, then became a coach. Like her lifestyle was pretty much dependent on Mike Vrable. I believe they have children, and their children are grown. So I don't believe that. I don't. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I honestly, what I feel like is this is gonna. I mean, it could be a shitty. It might be divorced, but if you've been together since '99, that's a long ass time, bro. Like, that's what 20. Go. It's 20 something years, 26, 27 years, something like that.
So I don't know his son Tyler played. His son Tyler Vrable was born in 2000. Played offensive tackle for Boston College and was part of the Atlanta Falcons practice squad in 2022. He has since moved into coaching and is working as an assistant at Boston College. And his youngest son, Carter, tried out baseball. Didn't kind of quite make it, but so his sons are old, born in 2000 and 2001. You know what I'm saying? So they about 20 and 20, what's that? 20, 20, 26, 25, 24? Or 26, 25, depending on whatever. But yeah, so there's no spousal support there. I mean, no child support there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think if I'm Jen, I don't know if I want to. I'll just take the alimony, bro, and let me live the rest of my life
Or
free.
you can work, or you can
You've
work it.
had me.
It is
You had me.
it's a long time.
No, nigga, you had me jammed up since '99, cuz. How many more cheating shit that I've been through, bro? Like, you've been dealing with this one bitch for 8 years, almost a decade. You've been dealing with this one bitch for almost a decade, bro. Like, this not just like, oh, every time I go to Miami, this is my favorite prostitute. I pay her $200. No, nigga. Y'all on a love boat with this bitch pregnant. Y'all out during COVID. Like, she named her son after you,
That's
Michael.
crazy.
I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done if I'm Jennifer. And I'm mad that I'm fucking lagging. That ain't even gonna be a clip because I look ugly as hell.
Let me ask you something. No.
How strong is my internet? I don't know. It ain't strong enough, clearly. No, I think it's ready for my laptop over.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get divorced. Probably gonna get divorced.
Doing. Yeah, man. Divorce me.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Imagine a woman saying, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." Then she comes back with a baby. Hey, she got your name. I named him after you. Oh my god.
Yo, Vrable at the time, bro, you gotta think about it. Vrable at the time, you're like 44, you're like 45. Again, if my kids are damn near out the house, I don't know my kids. What you mean is mine? Check with your husband. You sure? Yo, like, but the fact that Diana taking it from two niggas at the same time, raw dog, is crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if I can put that on the
Nah,
bracket.
I ain't fucking you for 8 years and I'm strapped up every time.
What
Nigga,
if they,
I done let that whole move off.
Listen. What if the sexual relationship didn't start until later on? Like, what if they just knew each other and they liked each other?
Later on, when you kissed me in the club during the pandemic, during the time that I got pregnant. Yes, during 2020.
He kissed a pregnant woman?
No, she became pregnant 10 months after. But what I'm trying to say, you said, what if the relation, nigga? What if the fucking started? That's what I'm saying.
I thought the kiss was recent.
No, the kiss was 2020.
Oh, okay, this is a wrap. They're cooked. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. This is absolutely crazy. I've been trying to throw them bail for a month, and there's no fucking way.
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. This is great juice. This is good. This is a good juicy steak.
Yeah. I just like to wait for it to marinate a little bit, you know? Now we got a lot of juice. And so we gotta bring on a reel, we gotta reheat the shit up, you know, like nah, it's all there. And we got to see the reactions and everything, you know?
The photo of them kissing was in 2020 in the club during the pandemic. The holding hands was when everybody was like, "Oh, we know this already," type shit.
And the boat was 2020.
The boat was when she was pregnant.
After the kiss.
After the kiss.
Holy shit, bro. Is this his kid?
That's what I'm saying. Is this his lover? Like, do he love her?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're
like
married and you have a kid on the way and you get, you know, and that, but you still love the woman and you can like, all right, no more, leave him alone. Yeah, y'all can co-parent. But
let me see if Vrable. Let me see how much Vrable. Let me see what Vrable contract is to see if he can take care of 2 households. Cause that's player right there. Multi-year contracts. Become the head coach.
Yeah, paid, bro.
How much was the salary? Damn, do they tell us coaching salaries? Okay, so damn. I don't have the. Let me get his coaching salary. I ended up getting his playing salary. I need his coaching scout salary. Yeah, well, the terms were not disclosed. How the fuck were the terms not disclosed? So wait, he can just sign a blank check, a blank check, fucking contract. They're saying okay, it's estimated to be between 14 and 17 million a year.
17 million. She loves.
Yeah, that's enough to break my side piece off and take care of a kid that might be mine. Yeah, don't worry about little Mikey, little 100,000 coming. Little hundred racks. Little 100 racks.
Should be all right. Yeah.
Hey man, shout out to Mike Vrable, Stephon Diggs. Did you see Tyreek Hill? He in the news too.
Oh no, I did not see that.
Okay, so Tyreek. Okay, let's just keep it along so I can wrap this up about paying your pussy bill. Okay, Tyreek Hill is in the news because a 6'1" OnlyFans model, I believe her name is Sophie. No. Hear me out. Sophie bought a ticket to Tyreek Hill football camp for her son. Tyreek Hill then hopped in the deal like, 6'1" for real? And she was like, yeah, I'm 6'1". Like, I see you. I see you there. Flew her out day early. Made sure she was, just wanted to see if it was real. Then later on, after the camp, they started kicking it. Reports is, while he was doing some football work outside the crib, she was playing defense, he was playing offense, and he was just, and she jammed him.
A while ago, he pushed her.
Yeah, he pushed her and broke her.
Yeah. She pushed it out.
Okay.
Okay. Is there footage of this?
No, it's not. But what's funny is the story. He jammed him, he got and flipped.
Wait, say that one more time. He what?
The story is she jammed him as a DB, and he couldn't get
he
off the
jammed
line.
her, or she jammed him.
She jammed him first. The story.
Oh yeah, and he got mad.
And he got mad, and then he jammed her. I was trying to avoid the laugh the whole time. Okay, the story is his ego was he got jammed at the line by this 6'1" stallion. And he said, "No, I'm on defense now. You on offense." So he fucking, and she broke her leg. But the thing was, this is the part that's funny. She didn't know she broke her leg. He just said, "Ice up, son," and Steve Smith's voice type thing. He was like, "Just rest it, put some ice on it." She stayed. They was intimate with the broken leg. She didn't know she had a broken leg until she got home 3 days later.
Wow.
Because she was like, the pain was just so excruciating. It wasn't just like no regular like sprain. Like, no, bitch, you broke your leg. So now they at court, and so she got up to walk away, and that boy Tyreek Evans did one of these. I mean, Tyreek Hill did one of these. She walked there. He think about breaking her other leg.
Did she dead ass break a leg?
Oh, she dead ass broke her leg. Broke up. Dead ass had like a little fracture in her leg. But what I'm saying is, she wouldn't have to go to court, bro, if you pay your pussy bill, bro. You just pay your pussy bill. Take care of the leg. He was like, no, she didn't break her leg because of me. She stepped on a dog. Like, what? It's still your dog, bitch, at your house. You gotta take care of it, bro. Like, Stephon Diggs, just he fucking everything that walk right now, bro. This nigga is horny, bro. This nigga fucking the chef, the laundry mat worker, Cardi B. He got 5 other baby mamas that was born in the same year as Cardi. You want to talk about fucking somebody raw? Boy, you better put a raincoat on there, cuz. Nigga, you fuck around, take one of them after game showers and shit just fall off in a drain, nigga.
Ah, man, I get it. It's a thrill, to get some new, shit. But like I said, you gotta have that dick discipline, bro. That's mandatory when your finances are at stake. Only reason why I think is because I have so much family, keep me like kind of grounded, and like they will be ashamed if I was out here doing this crazy shit because I already have family members who did it already, and if I just doubled down and repeated their mistakes, it'd be crazy.
I ain't gonna hold you. You're right. Because I ain't want to be the person that blamed not having a daddy in their life, but it's just
my dad passed when I was 14, so like, a lot of it was
not true, but I thought they might think the same thing. But to your point, you had somebody to help you when that happened. Stephon and Trayvon just had themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think they had this big community to surround them to kind of guide them doing that.
When you have a little bit of shame due to family, when you just like the shame is only yours, just like I don't care.
I don't care. It's on me. But that's what Marcellus Wiley said though. Like to Marcellus Wiley, he's been dropping receipts. You know what I'm saying, on Twitter and on his show. He's dropped receipts to the smut that's on his name, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If my son name was Trey, or if my son name was like, whatever, but my son name is Marcellus Wiley Jr. And like when he, internet ain't never going away. So when he grow up and search his name or something come with his name, this is gonna be attached to his name, and I don't want nobody playing on my son name. So to your point." He was like, if it was just on me, I'd let the shit go to, because he was like, right now, as you can see, ain't nobody stick me for nothing. Ain't nobody grab no money from me. I ain't in no course. I ain't in no civil case. He was like, I proved everybody wrong, and he said, I'm building up a case. I'm building up evidence for a defamation case against all these
Ooh.
people. You
Wait,
know
it's
what I'm
more than
saying?
one sexual assault case?
Yeah, more
Oh,
than one
or
for
harassment or
Marcellus.
whatever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but Marcellus said he's
Whew.
clear.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? And he's
Yeah,
been
this is
dropping some
so crazy
receipts.
how at one time like so many people can come out and say, yeah, they sexual harassment, and um, I hope it's true. I hope that he's clear. Because yeah, man, like when you have family, it does ground you. When you know that there's people who are going to be affected by your decisions, it changes things 100%. But if you are out here and you got millions of dollars and like it's just you a lot of the times I feel like you feel it like not like impenetrable or like super powerful. It's more like I can get away with it, or no one's gonna know, or this is never gonna come out, because so you're gonna smash the chick and then make her your chef, or you're gonna smash the girl who brought her son to your football camp, and then you're gonna go about, but it just takes one bad character woman to take it all down, and that's the thing I want to like. That's why I do bother. It does bother me with some of these kids when they get into these
Negative does
things.
not make it positive because if you got bad dick discipline and you got no discernment and you bad character as a man and you got a bad character woman, that negative and
Oh,
the negative is just that's a double negative.
yeah, it's going to be a
Yeah,
combustion that will
yeah,
end your career for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Or worse. So like
Because if you a man with character and if you a man with character that's a positive and there's no smut on your name and there's nothing on your jacket and somebody come attack you, that's a negative. You be like, I'll wash that away. That's a wash. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's a wash. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Joe, you know what I'm saying, Joe Budden, there will never be able a time where he can talk like he ain't got nothing on his jacket, cuz.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Joe Budden, yeah, he got a lot on it. Dude was on drugs, like hard drugs,
hold on, what
And
Stephen
listen,
A. Smith say? He was off crack.
wasn't sure it was crack, but but yeah, yeah, And then
Yeah,
a lot of it,
he was on that angel dust, I think. I
Angel
think
Dust, yes,
he was
a
getting
lot,
wet.
yeah. So and you're gonna make bad decisions, and a lot of like but I don't like to judge people because like shout out to our guy, you got to know people's options, to know what the with before you judge the decisions they make. And you know, I didn't grow up the way these guys grow up, so I don't like to judge per se. But you can't then act holier than thou for other situations when you've been there. You just can't act like you. So more than anything, I just hope that men who are, especially young black men who have the world in their hands and have all this, capital and equity to change their lives and other people's lives, don't be so. I don't say don't be so horny, but you okay? Don't. Here's what else. So yeah, don't be so quick to get into bed with somebody you barely know, because you just take your time. Just take your time, bro. Listen, trust me. I've been young. I've done my thing, but especially to those athletes out there who are, like the people who just got drafted, just got their first million, after all the hard work of their entire life, grinding and grinding and grinding to make it to the league or make it to the NBA or whatever it may be. Um, it's very important that you steer clear of the sharks. Listen, you are the prey now. I know all through college and high school, you were going out trying to hit on a girl and getting rejected, and you hit on a girl. Oh, now you're cool. Oh, now you're on the football team or the basketball team. Now you're getting some attention. Okay, now you got a little girlfriend. Oh, she broke your heart. Now you just out here, doing your thing. One girl one night, one girl next night. Trust me, I've been there. At some point, you got to slow it down and dial into what really matters, because if you're not very careful, there will be a bad apple that comes in to fuck your shit up. Another thing, you gotta check your ego. You gotta check your ego. I think it's very important that young men understand that not all fights are worth it. Yeah, you get jammed at the line by a 6'1" OnlyFans model. Guess what? She's 6'1", and you're not, Tyreek. You're not 6'1". What is Tyreek? So what is his height? I forget his height. Tyreek Hill was 5'10". This girl's 2 full inches of taller than you, got more body, stallion, and she jammed you at the line, and you're an NFL Super Bowl winning wide receiver. I get it. Okay, now I'm laughing, so I get it. Like it could hurt, but damn, you broke that girl's leg. That's a check now, you know. Or even if you didn't break the leg, but there's enough bruising there, and she just put ice on it. Trust me, she can go to a chiropractor that could break it for her, and then say, "Yo, we can get some bread together." You know, like this is what people do and you're dealing with somebody who sells their body for money already. You do not want to take a fracture for a couple mil quick, rather than having to freaking get naked on OnlyFans, like. Duh. You gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. I mean, like these women are sharks, and you are just a target. I see you, brother. Everything good?
Yeah, Ivy just came back home, so
Okay.
I was here dolo with the boys.
Yeah.
That was a little. It was good though. They ain't break nothing. Well, they did earlier, but I was in the house when they did it, so it was all right.
I'm to blame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tore his ass up too, nigga.
Oh, don't
Told
do
your
that
ass,
to my guys, man.
told your ass to hold it with 2 hands, nigga.
Yeah,
But
man.
no, we good.
Yeah, so I just was saying that guys gotta have discipline, especially these young cats coming into the league with these girls, because it's getting crazy out there. And Tyreek and Stephon Diggs should know better by now. Like, come on, bro. At
But
some
I mean,
point,
but at the same time, you know, you got to the point of
you
it
know
is
what?
they trying to
I can't even
Tyreek.
say age is a problem because we got Shannon Sharp who just got last year. So let me just stop.
Oh, Michelle.
Yo,
Oh,
man.
you know how I like it, Shelly.
This shit is crazy.
And I hate when a nigga do something and lie so much that he got to tell a lie over and over again. I I had no idea what Cat was gonna say. I was I was I was in an elevator and I saw his publicist and she was like, "What you doing here?" She's like, "What you doing here?" I said, "What you doing here?" And I got Cat. He told that lie so much. It's just and this lie. I don't know nothing about Instagram Live. I ain't never went on Instagram Live. I don't even know how to work Instagram. Nigga, anybody who done hit live on Instagram, know you gotta go through. Do you want to use your location? Do you get permission to use your mic? Do you get permission to use your camera? All types of shit, especially if you ain't never did it before. You gotta go through all those prompts, my nigga, for you to just say, "Oh, now I'm a pocket dial and be Instagram live with my audio." Come on, man, you're lying.
I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Lying, man. The nigga trying to get some money
But
from Rose
listen, man,
Sparks.
he was on a crazy trajectory,
He was on a crazy trajectory, bro.
and now you let your former co-host damn near take your job after you took his job. Listen, man, you heard me?
He said you said he let his homeboy take a shot. Nah, skip.
Skip is politicking. Skip is politicking, yo. Listen, Skip. Yeah, he is on first take today. He was on first take today. So I think what they did today. If y'all don't know, they have a reunion. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith have officially reunited.
It was a one day only
for
thing,
one
I
day
think.
only thing. Yeah, so one
Yeah,
day only.
yeah.
But it was a pretty okay, like it's not reunited completely. So I shouldn't say officially, but it was a one day, and I do think that the excitement behind it. Listen, we've been in the group chat. You've been talking about it. Rich and Ray been talking about it. And to be quite honest, I was curious too. Now I didn't watch it live, but you did. What was your take on it?
I watched it live, brother. Skip, boy, in a pitching analogy, he can still get you an out. Boy,
You still what?
he can still get you an out,
Still get you
boy.
an out. All right.
He can get you an out, boy. That fastball, it might not be as fast, but it's fast. That curveball might not have a drop, but it drop. That nigga, he'll get out there, and again, a pitching analogy, a slop ball pitcher. He'll throw some slop out there, but it's gonna be some outs, boy. LeBron is not number 2; he's number 10. That's a 9, that's a 10, that's a 11, that's a 1,000. I'm like, oh, he's
Well,
back.
listen. Let me go ahead and show them real quick. Uh, uh, let me share my screen real quick. I have them right here.
Toxic and masculinity, boy. What's your YouTube page about?
Toxic Masculinity. What was that?
That was on your YouTube page, not
Oh,
mine.
that was on ours. I did not watch that video.
Oh,
Yeah, that was on Everything Is. They just throw shit up there, bro. Yeah, it's not Kit Wilson. Toxic. But listen, Skip and this is the intro for Skip and Stephen A. Smith and Skip.
Oh, hello, and welcome to a very interesting first take. I'm Shay Cornett, Stephen A. Smith, and maybe you know the man here to my left. Hello, Skip Bayless.
Hello, Shay.
How are you?
I'm back.
Yes, you are.
And I cannot compete with that suit. You win. I should just go home. Here I dress for a funeral, your funeral, but
Right. It would be
hey,
your funeral.
yeah.
It would be your funeral.
All right.
About to be a rough 2 hours for you.
yeah.
It's good to have you, my man.
Hey, it's
to have you.
good. And for those who don't know, I was the driving force of this show back in its early days. I pushed to have this man be my permanent partner in 2012.
But you did.
And after I left in 2016, this man became the driving force of this show. And I just want to say you've done a great job with it. I'm proud of you, man, and I do love you.
Love you too, my man. It's good to have you back.
But.
Yeah, exactly. The pleasantries are now over.
Okay, for 10 years, I have watched this man on television, and I don't know how many times I've said, "You said what?" And I have pounded my desk and said, "That is ASA 9, ASA 10, ASA 11, ASA 1,000. I saw him say the other day, you've already elevated LeBron James all the way up to number 2 on your all-time list?
Yes.
Okay.
I have him at 9.
Oh, my. Okay, leave it here. We're going to get to that later.
hold on.
Let's start.
Before I start,
oh man.
Oh man, listen, man. Low key, brother. Like, both of these guys, I can't stand some of the shit they say, but I get a kick out of this. This is more nostalgic than John Cena's retirement tour, bro. Honestly, this right here, I didn't realize how much I would have missed this. This is dope. This is dope. And there's just chemistry. When you got chemistry, you got chemistry. And as much as I don't like some of the stuff both of these guys say, when they're together, it's magic, And I could only hope that me and you could do something like this. And when we made our pod, Read for Wrestling, we were like, yeah, maybe like a first take, like type of debate, debate wrestling and all that stuff. I gotta say, I gotta have respect for Skip and Stephen A. Smith for their work ethic. And in down times when I was down and out, I've been through my hard times in the hospital and whatnot. First thing in the morning, 10 o'clock, I'm watching them to the point where the doctors will come in and like, yo, why is the TV so loud? Why are they screaming? It's first thing in the morning. I'm like, it's just sports talk. Like, it's funny. It's great. It can't be vibrant, in a time where I was dealing with a lot of, physical problems and whatnot, health issues. But, yeah, man, I enjoyed this. Like I really wasn't sure how it was gonna be when I saw it. I wasn't sure how it would feel. Like if maybe like oh they're just trying to rekindle something that's lost. But to be quite honest, they never really had fell off when they separated. So kind of abruptly Skip left. But what I can see
Well,
here more than anything is that these two guys definitely love each other, and they seem like they missed each other as well.
yeah, I mean, there has never been like to the point of Vrable and Russini. You know what I'm saying?
Here we
Like,
go.
no, I'm just saying, like, bro, we can't get it. When we're together, it's hot madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like Stephen A. Too. We talked about have Max. Now he has the rotating of whoever comes through. Whether that be Jay Williams, or Kendrick Perkins, or Benny Goodwill now, or Ryan Clark, or Cam Newton.
Mad
That's just the
Dog.
name of Mad Dog, right? There is no chemistry than him and Skip. And Skip, he's had Shannon for a while, and then he tried to do his own thing with Richard Sherman, and
Let me ask you
and
something.
and
Which duo do you like more? Skip and Shannon or Skip and Stephen A?
Skip and Stephen A. Skip and Stephen A. was
Okay.
the reason why I say that is because you saw the respect. Like,
Like,
I don't know what it was with Shannon and Skip. It was always inferiority a
okay.
little bit with Shannon towards Skip, right? Even to the point of where he was like, "Put your glasses back on. Put
No,
your glasses back."
that day was surprising to me because to me, you never really know what the real relationship is, but to me, it seemed like they really got along. But from what we hear from afterwards, like they really didn't have a real tight bond, and
Top buying,
yeah,
yeah, it wasn't.
but to me, I like their chemistry better. Like, I think if they were to, if they were to have a tight bond, if they were to grow, I thought their show was more entertaining sometimes. I think that what Stephen A. Smith and Skip, it kind of can come. I mean, this is one day, which is cool, but it kind of becomes formulaic sometimes with them, where it's like, oh, they're saying the same thing about the Cowboys, same thing about LeBron, same thing about this and that. You
Well,
already
I
know what they're
think
going to say before they say it. They're doing all their hits. Uh, can they do this again and like or for multiple shows? I don't know if it's going to work that way, but it was nice to see it for one day.
Well, what I would say too is that during that time frame was so Skip left in 2016.
Yeah.
And if we look back at the sports kind of landscape in 2016, um, it was changing. This is where, sports media wasn't as it seems it's dominant now, but it's not, right? It
Sports
was the
media wasn't.
sport,
What are you talking about? It changed in 2016.
yeah,
What was it? What was the
like
change?
the importance of it, right?
Oh,
And
it went down.
yes, the important because at the same time, sports at the time wasn't as quote unquote important. That's when a lot of political stuff
Oh yeah,
started
yeah, yeah,
rising, right? If you look at every in the time
yeah.
capsule, 2016 was
Kaepernick
very
stuff. Yeah,
the Kaepernick that we're talking about, the election, you know what I'm saying,
election.
coming
Yeah,
later on, like so like there has been a there was a shift right? And Jamel Hill Jamel Hill, Michael Smith, like that was all 2016. But even before then, LeBron had just won the title, I believe, in Cleveland in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. No, he won in 2016. He won in 2016. That was the year he beat. Um, that
Golden
was the
State.
year he beat Golden State after being down 3-1 in the finals. And right
Yeah.
then and there, you know what I mean? Like, as you can see today, Skip tried to, continue to use the argument. But at the time, like, LeBron was the hot topic. Tebow was gone. To your point, Brady was going down at that point.
He wasn't. I mean, he definitely had more championships after that. But he like put it this way: Skip left the show. I think Tom Brady won championship like the next year, if I'm not mistaken.
But that's what catapulted Fox though.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to it, like that show, and again, Dan says all the time, like, yes, nigga, if you grow from one viewer from zero, the number is gonna say you grew 1,000%. You know what I mean? So when Skip leaves and starts the show with Fox, and to your point with Shannon, it's new blood, it's new chemistry, it's not formulaic, it's exactly. And with that being said, they fell into new hits. And the new hits were the same hits as First Take because it went to when Shannon wore the go head. LeBron James. That's when that started going. And then Tom started winning. So now Tom's the greatest football player that ever played this great sport of American football, Tom Brady. And that was the hits. And then so
the reason why I like Shannon and Skip, it felt more real to me. I think that's for me. Like, it felt like they genuinely, like Shannon would genuinely be like befuddled with some of the shit Skip was saying, just like I was. Whereas I think Stephen A. Smith was like, we're both playing this character. We both love each other. But yeah, I'm gonna beat you today. Yeah, you're gonna be. No, I'm gonna beat you. And it's more. But that contentious thing really did help the show a little bit. Granted, I don't want any disrespect down the line. When that happened, I was not for that. With Skip taking his celebrity time to put his glasses on. I'm not sure why he took that shit so personal. But yeah, the dude loves some.
But it's the same. But it's the same thing with Stephen A. Though. It's the same thing with Stephen A. Right? So when T.O. came on the show and he said, "Hey man, don't get mad because Max blacker than you," and Stephen A. was like,
"Get Max out of here right now."
But
get Max off this show immediately.
But to your point, when you talk about contentiousness, that contentiousness did not help the show. Now, I did used to tune in just to see.
You know what? Skip and Max on the show. Skip and Max are trying to do something.
I'm not even gonna hold you. You know what? I'm not. You know why? Max has been quiet all this time. Max has not been doing nothing all this time. And the first thing he does is now he has a show with Dana White. No, you were the truth to power person. You was the person. Yeah, you was the person that the reason why we look at Steve or interviews him or whatever the case. He has an interview. He has a show with Rich Paul. He has a podcast with Rich Paul, LeBron's agent. Why the fuck does an agent have a podcast? First and foremost, that's
why. There's some proximity to greatness. You automatically get benefits and credibility. But I feel you.
So my thing, but to your point about the contentiousness with that particular, when Max and Stephen A. When Stephen A. says it was like it's a debate show, I didn't feel like I was having. No, you were having debates. You were just having the debates that you didn't want to have with the person you didn't have them with. Like, you know what I mean? You sound like Chidi sometimes when he get into these group chat messages with me. You're like, I did not want to talk about this today this way. I just said something and I left it at that. Now I'm here 2 hours with Max Kellerman. So
he's like, we're supposed to have a show and you are dead ass debating me right now, bro. You were coming at me, the man, not Stephen A. Smith, the character. It's a work. It's a work, Max. That's pretty much what it is.
But to the point, though, they say all the time that Skip ain't a character, though.
I don't think Skip is. I think Stephen A. is.
But that's the point. So Shannon understood the character to a degree. Stephen A. understands the character in its entirety. Stephen A. understands the character and understands that you know what I mean. So
like you just said, Skip is. I don't think Skip's a character though. I think that both of them understood that Skip is not a character. That's who he is. But Stephen A., when he got control of that show, he wanted to manufacture debates but he did not want to make it look so. First of all, he's not super, as we know, politically. Uh, his views are not politically popular. Put it that way. So you don't want to put that on a sports show, you know. And I think that when it gets political, and then you got Max Kellerman bringing up things in favor of black athletes and all their rights and all that stuff, and you're not touching it because you don't want to, it can make you look like, why not? Why isn't he not doing that? And then he gets start calling.
We say it and we hear it all the time too. They get controlled of what to talk about. They have talking points.
You have to go with this angle against Stephen A. And you got to figure out a way to do it because it's a debate show. Whereas I think Skip and Shannon had real different views on things. But I also have seen Shannon agree with Skip on something, and they both, because they weren't faking the funk. They were like, "This is what I think. This is what you think." You know what? But I gotta say, this is what you were right on this. All right, I owe you Mountain Dew. Boom. That's I like that banter between them. Low key, I thought they were a little bit better than Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, in my opinion. But I can always go with the classics as well. So I was very happy to see this.
Well, it seemed like the mantle was being passed down to when you say that this goes back to where it can only be one, right? Stephen A. was what a lot of people. I don't understand how people don't really remember Stephen A. as Stephen A. Like when he's combating Skip Bayless, he was that voice. He was for the black athlete and the black voice, or don't disrespect the greatness of this player or whatever the case may be. Of course, because the objectivity.
Black and their athlete does not mean that he's for the black athlete. He's for this player who's doing good. But this player who's black and not doing good, fuck him. That's how Stephen A. Smith is.
Well, now we back into it. I've never agreed with that sentiment because, again, he has always been in real. To his credit, he has now apologized to Kwame Brown, right? He was like, I was being me, right? They paid me to be me, and I was being objective to what I saw. Bro, you next to Kobe, you coming after Shaq, you were number 1 overall pick. Mm-hmm. Dude, you can't play, bro. Like, nigga, like, you can't, like, nigga, like, what I was saying was, you couldn't go over your right shoulder with a motherfucking hook. You couldn't catch the ball in transition. They didn't run plays for you in the post. Nigga, you were taking up space, but I take accountability for how that made you feel and how that affected your career and everything like that. So to what I'm getting to is that, yeah, he can be that way, but he's also the same person that Matt Barnes has attest to it. Allen Iverson has attest to it. I don't denigrate you. I don't talk about your personal stuff. I don't put you in the mix that way. I don't take away from your money. I only report on the objectivity of my job. If you go 2 for 17 and I know you was at the club last night, guarantee I'm going to talk about how dog shit you was. You was 2 for 17. You know you need to play better, but I'm not going to say you was in the club that night. You see what I'm saying? And to that part of it, he never made a black athlete look bad. So that will be my only pushback on that, to where you say, like, he may be fond of, for real, like, and I know we have our conversation about the Kyrie situation and everything like that. He even apologized for that. He apologized on interviews and he apologized on First Take. He was like, I was wrong. I was wrong. Because at the same time, we talking about not speaking truth to power. He did it. He took the jab, as people would say. He took the vaccine to be clinically, to be smart. He took the vaccine and he took it because my bosses say take it and to come to work. So he was speaking legitimately from something that he did and his own perspective. I ain't never really get mad at him or say he was a coon or tap dancer or nothing like that. Like, he did what a lot of people did. I took the vaccine I took the vaccine. I took the vaccine because I was just precautious. It was just like, if I'm gonna be out and about, and I had a newborn at the time, I'm like, my wife ain't necessarily got to get it. My baby ain't necessarily got to get it. But I know that I will take the precaution. I'll take it. I'll sacrifice. If it work, it work. If something happen, it don't happen. But I knew I made that choice. So from that perspective, he apologized because at the end of the day, from what we found out and everything like that, and how how vaccines take amount of time and placebo and everything like that, it shouldn't have been rushed. And that go back to the Kamala Harris conversation that we had a couple of days ago, the Joe Biden presidency, and why we had Trump back in office, because shit just seemed forced. Shit didn't give us a choice. Like, it made us like the corporations are running you. So to that point of Stephen A, yes. That changed a lot of people's views on you, especially coming after the Kaepernick situation, where you were the mouthpiece for a corporation who told that nigga, in every sense of the word, shut up and dribble.
Pretty much.
Take the money, but we can't get mad at Fox News for telling LeBron literally in that aspect to shut up and dribble, and LeBron be out here as great as a philanthropist he is, as front line as he is with all the pro stuff that he is, there are some investments. There are some things that he's talked about. We just had a conversation about moving the team from Memphis to Nashville. He said everything that was quote unquote white about it. Vanderbilt, NASCAR. Like, when all he could have just said was, nigga, I could invest and buy a hotel here. Like, that's all the thing was. All the thing is that Memphis got a shitty hotel. They got shitty amenities for NBA players who are accustomed to luxuriousness, which is also now a class thing. Because do Memphis need another fucking hotel just for yo bitch ass nigga? No, the fuck they don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, do Memphis need to have all this construction in their city when they already got pollution, they already got red line, and they already got, you got all this? Do they need you to build another motherfucking hotel for yo ass nigga?
Listen, man, I respect Stephen A. Smith's hard work as a man. I always say that. I'm probably not going to agree with him politically ever, you know? I'm probably not going to agree with how he talks about Black people as in comparison to how he talks about some of the white athletes and some of the white men he has on his show that have denigrated Black people, not just Black
or even
athletes,
Dana
Black
White,
people, period.
or even Dana White.
But
When Dana
I'm
White
focused
slapped
on
his wife, he
Stephen.
ain't say nothing.
Yeah. But I focus on him, and I get it. LeBron has his chinks in the armor, and we all do. We all got our chinks in the armor. He was out there saying that shit about Memphis, unfiltered, and guess what? He's a bougie ass motherfucker, and he's on a golf course and he's drinking, and he just talked and got caught on camera. Um, at the end of the day, it's not like he cursed anybody out. He just gave an opinion. It's LeBron James, guys. He's not fucking Jesus. I think the things that people criticize LeBron James for are, okay, you guys are looking for something to say he's not perfect, and that's fine. Do your thing. But the things that I criticize Stephen A. Smith for, I genuinely think, um, I think there's a big positive side to him putting Black people on his show and giving people a platform, as well as just being a hard man, working man who's willing to do it the corporate route and rise to the occasion to pretty much be Mr. ESPN. However, that comes with a cost, and that comes with a cost of either your voice or you just genuinely believe in these things that you say and how you say it, maybe it's not
No,
the
he's
corporate,
bought.
maybe
He's bought. He's bought. I mean,
I think he
his
is,
boss.
but sometimes I'm like, maybe he genuinely believes some of the shit he says.
No, bro.
Maybe he doesn't
He's
care
bought.
about police brutality and the whole Kaepernick thing, because that was like such a minimal thing that he was talking. He would just go right to
But that's what. I'm never going to say Stephen A. never talked about that though,
Listen,
or
I'm
agree
not
with that.
saying that he never talked about it.
No,
I'm
I'm
just
not.
saying that the fervor he gives it was it's a side note compared
But that's
to
what I'm saying. Yes, the
you know.
fervor that he talked about it is because he's bought. He's represented by William Endeavor, bro.
And you could
William
be right.
Endeavor.
I just don't know because it gets dicey
No,
for
I
me.
know. He's. I'm telling you,
Okay.
Ari Emanuel is the fucking person who pays him. That is TKO. Like he's bought.
Yeah, he's bought.
He's bought. Like he's plain and simple. The money that he gets is from TKO. Ari Emanuel, who also is the guy of The Rock, who's also Mark Shapiro, who we just shouted out on the motherfucking on ESPN today. Mark Shapiro 33. We just read his numbers as a TKO executive while they slashing motherfucking wrestlers. Mark Shapiro, that's the same Mark Shapiro. Money. Ari Emanuel, that's the same fucking money. Nick Khan, who represented fucking Greeny. Nick Khan represented Greeny. Got him the highest paid deal when he was at ESPN. Like, that's why he moves around. These niggas are sharks. And Stephen A attached himself to a fucking shark. And so his voice is compromised. It's bought. I don't think he believes it. That's one thing I'm not going to put sweat on his jacket. I ain't going to say he believe it now. That's one thing I'm always fighting about.
He be saying some shit that I still don't agree
because it's bought. It's bought. He's on Sirius XM.
Do you think he has his own platform to talk politics and he doesn't believe none of that shit he's saying? Come on,
bro. Hold on. Let me see who Sirius XM.
I don't want to go too far into this because I know I'm trying to give them props for the show today. I'm not
fuck it. No, I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's our show. We talk about what we talk about, nigga. If we shit on a nigga, we shit on a nigga. Nigga, he bought. Nigga, yes. Let me see where he's a sub. Sirius XM. Oh, they in the tank, buddy. They losing money. Sirius XM, they losing money.
Who's buying satellite radio?
They losing money, bro.
Everybody has a podcast now on freaking Apple, Spotify. We do not need your subscription radio, brother. Like,
that's why Lebertar didn't go Sirius XM. Sirius XM had a deal for them when they left ESPN, and you know he didn't want to go behind the paywall.
Yeah,
I'm
tired of freaking Dave LaGreca and Bully Ray and Busted Open on that bitch and like delaying the episodes and shit. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, what are we doing? This is wrestling. Put the fucking show out for free.
But this what I'm saying, and they bought, bro. The nigga can't even put out his wrestling content where he want, my nigga.
Nigga, like, this is a week late, nigga. Like, the show already.
These niggas talking about shit over for me. Is he white hot or red hot? Nigga, he in the championship match now, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? But to your point, you said, does he have a political show? And so what I'm trying to say is, I will say, do he believe some of the stuff that he's saying? Yes, I'm not gonna shoot him that much bail. But what I am saying is that look at what we talking about with the tree. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if we was recording and we definitely wasn't live then, but we definitely was talking about the White House lawn show, the UFC show that's gonna happen on the White House lawn. UFC is owned by who? TKO, right? So we talking about Dana White is good friends with President Trump. So when Dana White slaps his wife, guess who can't talk about it? Stephen A. Smith. Why he can't talk about it? Because his guy that pays him is the one who owns TKO and Dana White. Like,
if you're rich and you own some shit, you get to slap people, slap your wife on camera, and nothing happens. If you're rich, you get to freaking do all this weird shit with kids. Nothing happens. Like, this is sick, bro.
And you got niggas who in all facets, in all aspects, not really just pointing out Stephen A, but you got all niggas out here just like, give me a piece of the pie. I'll take when, like, Joe Buttons was talking about finesse 2 times and his contract and stuff like that. And Ice was saying like, yo, I don't, it's hard for me to feel sympathy for niggas because they, you gotta read your contract. It's just like, nigga, somebody give you $250,000 right now in cash and say you got an hour, sign it. Nigga, if your circumstances is, nigga, I can't even fucking read, but let alone sign my name.
Like, this shit there, like whatever's in here, I'll deal with it.
So you got niggas now in perpetuity with record labels. You know what I'm saying? And now record labels are so smart, like, they can, that you can monetize off your content creation. So they might put in the contract that you can't use your name on Instagram or without me So for niggas who can't put out no records because they in a bad deal, now they think, okay, I'm gonna fuck around the stream and pivot making some money. But your name caught up and wrapped up in that. You can't go out there and stream and make no content. So now what you end up doing? You back in the motherfucking streets. Somewhere you try to get yourself out of. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that you got people who are in situations to where I just want my piece of the pie. And then you got people like Stephen A. To your point, the work ethic. He's like, bro, people in my field, I'm the 21st African American columnist in American journalistic history. People in that realm weren't aspiring to become who he ended up becoming. So when ESPN buys the journalists like Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser and starts PTI, you see what I'm saying? That opens up the door. ESPN, at the end of the day, were the ones who were trying to buy off the guard dogs. Mm-hmm. They were trying to buy off the journalists. They were trying to eliminate. Exactly.
Just talking about the unions and WWE and what they're gonna do. They're gonna buy off the talent. If they ever try it. And what do you do when somebody has a critique on what your business practices are? You buy them off. And people are and they say, listen, $1 Million Man, everybody got a price. So and that's why we gotta get rid of billionaires. But that's the problem. You could say, yeah, we gotta take charge and we gotta put our money in the right place. But when they got so many billions to set up every Starbucks on every block around you, and the next one is 3 miles. Next, mom and pop shop is that way, 3 miles that way, or 10 miles, or you to get a coffee. What then? Is it realistic to make the onus on the people to change the circumstances? Just bring it full circle to where we started today. But and just the facets of how they control us with money. I'm just trying to bring it full circle. They control everything, the messaging, the access, everything with money. So what they do is once you start getting a name for yourself, trust me, me and you, we do this podcast. If we get a name for ourselves, there will be a day where somebody throws a bag in our face and we got to say, hey, is it worth our voice? It's going to happen.
Well, so
Dan Le Batard chose not to do it.
Well, I will say this. So let me, so as we talking about it, Mark Shapiro, again, was a production assistant at ESPN.
Wow. What a come up. Damn. A PA? Nigga, what? He owns the bitch. This is crazy.
Oh, Mark Shapiro was a production assistant.
Oh my God.
Bro. In 1993, he was a production assistant. He's responsible for Sports Century. Okay?
I don't know what that is.
Sports Century, where they did the faces in the sports, the faces in the event, the people in the events who shaped the face of sports in North America over the past 100 years. So he did Sports Century.
Was it a publication?
It was a show that they did that ran on ESPN. It was like a biography. It was like a biography television show. And pretty much they had a lot of stock footage and photographs and on-camera interviews. And what they did was that they just highlighted sports figures and events throughout the time that impacted American history. That's why it was called Sports Centuries over the last 100 years.
I forgot about it, yeah.
But pretty much so that's his claim to fame. And then he became an executive producer, right? And after then, he was the one who helped secure the rights in 2003 for Monday Night Football and the NBA and Wimbledon. So he's literally he's responsible for the rise of ESPN during that 2000s era, like that 2002, that 2002 era of like
2000s, yeah,
early 2000s era. Like that is his responsibility. And then he goes on and he becomes one literally like a power broker around the way. Like he leaves that position at ESPN, and then he doubles back and he comes back around, and he's now the chief content officer, like off of a production assistant. He's chief content officer. So back to what we're saying is, so now what we're talking about, this is who controls the narrative and the programming, and he knows how to do it, and he knows how to manipulate it, and he's been in these rooms, and he's been with these executives, and he's closed deals, and he's negotiated contracts. It's a very powerful guy who's within the industry as well. He's not a mover and shaker of a business guy. I know how to program. I know how to put together programming. I know how to outsource. I know how to manage it. I know how to get it sold. I know how to So when we talk about ESPN and now let's talk about 2016 and the political shift and the narrative of who says what and how it's being said. At the end of the day, now we know what really happened. What kind of we can piece together. There is somebody now controlling the narrative. And now when we're talking about Tim Parrish, when you ask, is Tim Parrish the person, he gets paid a pretty penny. You was like 10 G's nigga, this ain't $100 million man. I'm $100 million man as a spokesperson for somebody to tell me to say something, and I got a 5-year deal. I'll say what they got to say for 5 years, and I'll come back and I say, hey man, I don't believe that no more after my contract's done. But I'm going to get my piece right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at it. And when you say
I think that's the difference between me and him. Yes, Stephen A. Smith is that. And listen, money. They say money changes you. Maybe I don't have enough. I will leave. I will say that. I think life can change people due to their circumstances. But the problem I have is that it seems like he wants everybody to be like him, or that get the money first, and you're black, get the money, do it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, he said you can't change that without the money. And we seeing that though. Can we change anything without the money?
Yes.
No disrespect.
I don't think that's true. And I don't think everything's been changed with money. Now, granted, they're making it very hard. They're making it a lot harder. But you can't change something on money if you don't believe you can. That's the truth. If you don't believe you can.
So respect the Dr. Umar, and I know he's a running joke and he's a joke. But if let's just put everything on up and up. If what he's trying to do and what he's doing is real, and he's trying to build a school, his biggest thing is money right now. You see what I'm saying? Like he's trying to, and he did the research. I'm gonna do it in Delaware. I ain't gonna do it in Philadelphia. I'm gonna do it in Delaware. Well, people can still catch the bus, whatever the case may be, tax purposes. But he's saying that his Apple Pay's froze. He's saying his cash, he can't no longer receive donations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the financial institutions are jamming him up to where he can't get the financial help to then pay for, the licensing or whatever he got, the fees or whatever the case he got to be that's holding him up, or pay for. And then you got big platforms like Joe Budden Podcast who again will impact how that black man is now perceived.
Yeah.
And you can see that. You could say Joe's been bought. As big of a platform that Joe has. I told you,
Joe is an elitist. He's changed. Money has changed it.
Money has definitely changed.
He hides it as jokes, but there's always some truth in a joke. And he's a guy who says, "I get it yourself. Build it your own until you got it, and then you can just be who you want to be who you really are." He said money doesn't really change you; it reveals who you are. So I hope that one day I get to reveal who I am to people, and I don't want to have my hubris and say I know who that's going to be, but I do think that I do have a strong moral compass to a degree that there's certain things that I can't sacrifice for the cash, and I can't not talk about for the cash. I can't say, wow, yeah, you can slap your wife and you just ignore that completely for the cash. When my show was to cover all facets of sports media and politics and all that shit, I just don't think that is what I would do. Granted,
Now that's true. Now that's
now,
our
now,
show.
now, now, granted, if I can see certain circumstances where I would be quiet if I have a personal relationship with Dana White, right? With me and Dana White, been there for me. We grew up together, whatever it may be, and he smacks his wife on camera. Trust me, me and him are having a serious conversation, but doesn't need to be on my media platform, not necessarily. So I can see that. But when it's your duty to speak truth to power, that's a very strong responsibility that I think that you got to question. What are you willing to say when you get in that, if it jeopardizes the 100 mil, and only you can answer, only he can answer that, or everybody, if you were faced with that decision, can answer that. Because at the end of the day, like, how I look at things is money is a man created, it's a man created device. Yeah, is it useful? Yes, to make a organized society, absolutely, and give people value. But I think it's the whole design of money has been exploited, and that's what I talked about on this podcast. What I talked about yesterday, we've used money to the point where we now get to say these people are better than you, and that's never been the case. And these people are above the law, and that's never been the case. These people get to get away with things that you can't because they got all this equity and money, and it's a shame.
I wanna table this conversation, and for everybody
Okay.
who will see this, everything
Yeah, we're off the
is
beaten path from first take
no. What I'm
reunion.
saying, what I want to say is, I just had it and I lost it. Um, Everything is exploitation for Monday's show,
Okay.
and the reason why I want to say that is because as you talk about what you want, as you just said what you said, I found something very disturbing that I know we said we was going to keep it light, but I just want y'all to know that 34 states in the United States allow for underage marriage. Did you guys know that? So because it's a law, so when you say man-made, money is man-made, laws are man-made as well.
Me and you had a conversation about like the legal age of consent and all that stuff. We might have to bring that up on Monday.
Yeah. Because
And like,
morality, morally,
uh-huh.
so
Listen, man, I'm with you, bro. Like the Overton window of what's acceptable to speak about will be briefed on Monday. Let's put it that way.
and I will wrap this up to say this. I know Stephen A will say get your money, and then because I would say in basketball, realistically, your money's guaranteed unless something like it's a clause or whatever the case may be, you do something that's detrimental or whatever. So your money is guaranteed. Get your money. In football, get to your second contract. In this business, I'm assuming he's like, yo, grab what you can because this ain't necessary. Because we see what happened with the New Day and TKO. Let's talk about it. TKO, they had signed New Day to a 5-year deal last year in 2025. And this year they came back and said, yo, can you take a 50% pay cut and we'll let you keep at that rate, you can ride out the rest of your contract, and or we can let you go. And my nigga was like, no, we'll cut bait because we know what we're worth. Now, to me, this is my thing. Some people would say, stay the rest of the 4 years, stack that 2 mil, 3 mil, or whatever that money is,
Stack that
and
half
then
of money that you earned, and then what?
Well, my thing is the market. So now my thing is, what's the market right now?
Do you think that they will be more valuable after taking that cut, or less valuable after taking that cut in 4 years?
I mean, are they? That's the whole point of why they're asking to take a cut now, because they're less valuable than they ever have been. Right, like so, like if we're so like if I'm looking at it and I know it's their fault of why they don't have a value, but to my point
whose fault is it? Whose fault is it?
It'll be TKO's fault or WWE's fault.
Yeah, yeah.
But but then again, we had the conversation. You say Nick Khan and Triple H works for TKO. It's not a partnership. So if TKO says cut costs and slash costs, and they tell them what to do, they asked them. They said, "Hey, who do you not have long-term plans for?" They could have lied. Creative could have lied and put Kofi and Woods in there. But ever since the turn that happened last year, they haven't had plans.
My thing with the New Day thing is that they came to them last year and had renewed their contract, and then a year later said, "Hey, we want to cut that in half. If you don't cut it in half, you're out of here." Like, then what is the contract for?
Football goes through that all the time too. So like it
wasn't like a restructure. It was cutting your wage in half. A restructure is like, no, we signed this in India. You signed this. This is what you owe me, and we're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna move some around. We're gonna give you like either more now and less later, or we're gonna be more later and less now because we gotta get some players right now. That's how they restructure it in football. What they did to New Day said, "Hey, remember that contract y'all signed last year? Yeah, we are not gonna honor it the way it is unless you guys." It's almost like a threat. Like, take half of that, or else, we're going to cut you. And there's no guarantees in wrestling. There's no guaranteed contracts.
That's what I'm saying.
Roman Reigns, I don't know, but like they just cut him.
Yeah,
and that's fucked up. After you sign something saying that this is what your life is going to be for the next 4 years or 3 years, wherever it was.
So in real life, in football terms, you can sign a 3-year deal, 4-year deal. They can't cut you right after. They can't release you.
Not without the guaranteed money being paid out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like there could be guarantees in wrestling. There are some guarantees in wrestling. Like there's a downside. That's how the Young Bucks kind of like solidified themselves as being legends. They were the first ever to have a downside of $1 million by themselves because they worked so much off the equity of the merch, right? Yeah. So Austin Creed has name power in gaming. He totally can do it. And Kofi's real name. Right? So Kofi and Austin probably can go to AEW and make up that money for the same amount of period. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, like, if there is no other company out there for you to get the money from, back to like a Stephen A. situation, like, shit, I've been fired from ESPN and Fox, nigga. I'm gonna do what the fuck they asked me to do to get this bread, nigga, because I've been fired both times from both companies. You know what I mean? So, like, he probably in a situation where I take this bread. If there is no AEW and it's only a TNA and TNA can't give you $1 million, you might take that motherfucker 750 or $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, I don't want to go on TNA for 350. You know what I'm saying? Or TNA do what they do and pay me all the big bucks like they did Hulk Hogan or Booker T, and then they ruined it. Like
TNA's on TV now though. They have a TV contract, so I don't know if the money's looking like maybe they can do bigger contracts. Point this shit up because of the New Day. So you're saying it's like New Day's the main act.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to say. The business model, nigga, is that you about to fuck the money up for the New Day.
Listen, man, I love the New Day.
I love them too, nigga.
But you need more than a New Day.
Nigga, come on, nigga. Biggie coming with you too? Or is this y'all too? It's just y'all.
Yo, listen, like, I'm not going to front. Like, I saw.
That's what I mean. Yo, shut up, nigga. You got two black niggas hold on, how Joe Budden say? Loved. I loved.
Listen. I didn't cry, but yeah, I was super moved when Kofi won the championship. I got to shake his hand at Wild Mania and give him props going into that match. So I always remember Kofi Mania and everything. So got to shake his hand before he went to win the championship. But with that being said, I saw a thumbnail today of Eric Bischoff. I didn't watch the video, but it said New Day's release was inevitable, and I was like, yeah, kind of right. He's kind of right. Yo, it's kind of right. And
Yo,
I know, and he said,
as
and
we
he said, he
look as
also
we
said
look
that
back at it,
people's reaction is virtue signaling, and I'm like, kind of, because
it worked last time. It worked last time. Let's see if it worked again.
what?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the virtual signal. Like, it worked last time with the firing of our truth. Let's see if it worked again. I'm like, nah, man, go wrestle the Young Bucks. We good.
Yeah, Kyrie's not coming back. This is not gonna work. They don't give a fuck about what we say. Like our truth, New Day. Listen, we would have to be in their face in every show for the New Day.
That's my thing, bro. We brought Kyrie back already, bro. She not moving no merch. She not moving no tickets. She not getting no fan reactions. She not doing nothing. And y'all want to talk about storyline. Nigga, if you get the fuck up out of here, cuz. Nigga, I will buy that ticket to Japan, nigga. That's the Severus package, nigga. You want to go back home? The fuck you talking about? I'll get you some noodles on the way out, nigga.
Oh, fuck. Get out of here, dog. Listen, man. I have what I want to see wrestling. Like I have like what I would like to see in WWE. I'm at the age where I don't expect anything that I want. Like we never got the New Day heel, the Biggie heel turn, and then he ends up going and with a cure ends up with a curating injury. We never are gonna get like the Bobby and the Bloodline stuff. Like now I'm like, gee, don't book in your brain because whatever they're doing is gonna like let you down pretty much.
We'll get New Day versus the Young Bucks, bro.
New Day versus the Young Bucks, and that's what I was gonna ask you. Are you looking forward to the possible potential of that?
Oh,
no.
Bro, name me a tag match that Nick and Matt Jackson tagged in.
You don't like it? You don't like that? You're not gonna look forward to that match?
Look forward to it. I'll watch it.
Okay, all right, but you'll watch it.
They ruined. It's the Bucks though. It ain't necessarily New Day. It's the Bucks because the Bucks talked all that shit, and I thought we was gonna get real good stuff with the FTR. I thought we would get good stuff with the Good Brothers, like have a little infraction between the Bullet. Like I thought that they can storytell well because they did some decent stuff on BTE, but BTE was just goof shit. It was goof skit shit that they didn't try to move
really
over to wrestling.
A fan of BTE at all, but I do think that they had really good matches with FTR. I can't.
The good match that they had was during the Demic with the fucking wrestlers cheering them on. I don't believe that Daily Club when they had the Lakers and Celtics shit. That was trash. Why'd you ruin it with that? Nobody tell you to put a gimmick on a gimmick. You're a gimmick, nigga. You don't put a gimmick on a gimmick. Like just
Didn't they have a 2 out of 3 falls match that was really good?
Oh shit, I don't. They've wrestled so many times it don't even matter right now. That's what I'm saying. It's not New Day and Usos. It's not special. We can remember those matches. We can remember SummerSlam. We can remember Hell in a Cell. We can remember moments of the match because it was a story attached to it. Like things matter with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that is the reason why I say I'm not really necessarily looking forward to the Young Bucks, because if it was the Elite versus the New Day, then yes. If it was Kenny, Bucks, and a 6-man with New Day and E, yes. But we talking about Woods and Kofi and Nick and Matt. I'll see it.
You tune in.
Yeah. I'll find my way to
you're
it.
Not like clamoring for it, but you'll tune in.
No. Yeah. And that's why another reason why I think they
come out with some like video game animation. Probably gonna turn into like some crazy shit like that. But I'll watch it too. I hope.
I'll rather watch Up Down Down than that. I'll watch them Twitch stream and play the game. Let me see him and Claudio and Adam Cole.
Or
he can do left, right, or whatever. Like they All them niggas is all them niggas together.
Left, right. That would be so funny if he did that shit. Actually,
If
that
they
would be
start left,
hilarious.
right, nigga. Because Claudio's there, Adam Cole's there.
They might get sued, bro.
How would they get sued? Austin Creed owns that. I think that's Austin Creed's channel.
Okay. Hopefully he does. Right, cool.
I think it's like a Gil's Arena situation where I own the channel. Y'all put some money behind it, but I own the channel. Now that I leave, let me get my shit back. You know what I'm saying? Now that'd be fire. That'd be fire. But if not, I think if not, I'll follow Austin where he goes. I'm gonna follow both of them where they go. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna follow them where they go. But honestly, man, Kofi, you've been wrestling for 20 years, bro. Go be a dad. You not Rey Mysterio? How you gonna hold you, nigga? I don't want to keep seeing you all the time. I'm ready for Dom to retire Ray, so Ray can be gone. Nigga, I need to move out the way.
Okay, WWE owns the Up Down YouTube channel. The fact confirmed by its creator and host, WWE superstar Austin Watson, known as Xavier Woods. Although launched by Watson in 2015, the channel has always been officially owned and operated by WWE, allowing it to remain active during WWE's third-party platform. So I think they just got paid to run it.
Okay, yeah. So fuck it. Left, right, nigga.
Oh my god.
WWE. Hold on. WWE don't own SOS either. Kofi singing song SOS. They don't own that.
That's a Kali Buzz, right?
Yeah, Kofi, and they own the name Kofi. That's my name.
Yeah, they own Kingston.
Nigga, I don't care. I'm Kofi. Kofi. Don't nobody say Kingston. Nigga, no, it's Kofi. Nigga. It's already another Kingston in the AEW we fuck with. Shout out to Eddie.
Finale at WrestleMania, Battle of the Brands. Damn, yo, it's over. No more Woods.
It's over, bro.
Down. Yo, it's been a month since they posted on this shit. Since WrestleMania. And they're probably not going to ever post again until they get a new host.
I think what?
No, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 44, Kofi. I mean, he still work. He still work. I mean, he can still work. Yeah, damn, that was a lot of dead air by us. All right. We both just looking at our computer, nigga. Forgot that we was on air. Okay.
Looking up Jamal.
All right,
Adams.
man. Nigga, all right. Everything is, nigga, man. The fuck.
I don't know how I got here. I was like, yo, is he still in the league?
Bro, let's wrap this up because I got a mad game I can play, nigga.
All is love. Everything is everything. Keep love first in your minds and hearts and spirit. And we'll be back next week on Monday. We will, we'll feed the algorithm throughout the weekend. But, thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Deuces.